stops, everything stops, nothing left in the fountain. Nobody wants paper money, son, so you just well stop counting. Or can you break the horse, can you light the fire? What's that, I beg your pardon? You best start thinking where your food comes from, and I hope you tend a good garden. We're getting down on the mountain, getting down on the mountain. Don't wanna be around when the shit goes down. I'll be getting down on the mountain. When the trucks don't run, the bread will come. Have a hard time finding petrol. Water ain't running to the city no more. Do you hold any precious metal? Can you gut the fish? Can you read the sky? What's that about overcrowd? You ever seen a man whose kids ain't ate for 17 days and counting? We're getting down on the mountain, go to ground on the mountain. Don't wanna be around when the shit goes down. I'll be getting down on the mountain. There ain't no heat and the power's gone out. It's kerosene lamps and candles. The roads are blocked, it's all gridlocked. You got a shortwave handle. Or can you track the deer, can you dig the well? I couldn't quite hear your answer, and I think I see a rip in the social fabric. Brother, can you pass the ammo? We're getting down on the mountain, getting down on the mountain. Don't wanna be around when the shit goes down. I'll be getting down on the mountain. Stops, nothing left in the fountain. Nobody wants paper money, son, so you just well stop counting. Or can you break the horse, can you light the fire? What's that, I beg your pardon? You best start thinking where your food comes from, and I hope you tend a good garden. We're getting down on the mountain, getting down on the mountain. Don't wanna be around when the shit goes down. I'll be getting down on the mountain, getting down on the mountain. Go to ground on the mountain. Don't wanna be around when the shit goes down. I'll be getting down on the mountain, getting down on the mountain.
Oh, I love that song, but it always makes me feel inadequate. It's like, you know, I like to pretend like if things went south, I would be, you know, it'd be like an adventure, and I would go out and survive. But as he lists through the skills that are required to actually survive any kind of post-apocalyptic event or societal breakdown, each one I keep going, no, can't do that one. No.
I can't do all of them.
You do a lot of them, dude. So, I mean, Corb's the kind of guy who like makes his own ammunition.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. You don't need that qualifier there. If you know how to make your own ammunition and you've done it before, that puts you in a different category than me. And most people probably.
Do you have a shortwave handle? That's my favorite line, actually.
Yeah, no, I don't. So I told you, like, it's like Greek to me. It's just, all right, I'm gonna do a song here that it's the first song I ever kind of had any success with. Like the reason that Ego Brothers thing came up was, you know, we've been talking about lack of women at the audience, and tonight's great. There's lots of beautiful. I mean, that's like that means so much to me. I could fall asleep to that, or it lifts my spirits. But it wasn't always like that. And early days especially, it was like a lot of. I mean, my demographic was like 70 to 90-year-old men. Was my sweet spot, and I'm grateful for them and I appreciate them. It's just I would come back to tour, they would be gone. And so just career-wise, it wasn't working out for me. And so I made a record, and there was a song on it that I'd broken down in Gettin, South Carolina at the end of a tour once, and we ended up staying at the Peach Pit in Gettin, which is a hotel, and we were there for 4 days while we got a new transmission, and I started working on this song. And I finished in the studio, and I'd never played it before though, and I didn't have a band at the time. And there was a radio station in Texas that started playing in heavy rotation. And they threw this concert every year that attracted thousands of people. And the guy called me one day, and I was, at this point in my life, I was playing for like, 20 people a night and just solo. And he called me and said, this song's a hit in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we want you to come play our event. And you gotta play this song, and you gotta have a band. And I said, I don't have a band, and I've never actually played this song, except for the time I recorded it. He said, it doesn't matter, there's gonna be a riot if you don't do this. So I said, okay, and I wrote down all the lyrics in a Sharpie on a pad, and I got a band together, and we rehearsed, and we got there, and there was a couple thousand people out there, and I started playing. And all these people knew the words because they'd been playing on the radio like 7 times a day. And I forgot the words, but the audience was singing them. It was so cool. It was like I went from just this folky, totally unknown folky, to all of a sudden like I had this kind of rock and roll experience. And like people were like, had, girls were on their boyfriend's shoulders, and people were throwing babies in the air and pouring beer on their heads. And it was just like, this is awesome. So anyway, for a brief window there, I had some girls at the shows, and until tonight. And now we got it back again. Thank you. The Rip Store Cowboys, bobbing them junkies, red dirt plowboys, asphalt monkeys, holy rollers, signal callers, truck stop angels, backstreet brawlers, vans and groupies, guitar slingers, hallelujah, gospel singers, freight train mamas, pistol shooters. My first girlfriend works at Hooters, beans and biscuits in my cupboard. Listen to Ray while they hover. Down the road tonight. Trucking angels, blacktop racers, holy rollers, whiskey chasers, Lone Star drinkers, midnight ramblers, dirt road divas, highway gamblers, moonshine mamas, panty droppers, dolly llamas, old pill poppers, high school heroes, back road preachers, pull hall hustlers, tantric teachers, teenage cuties, politicking, Hare Krishna, feed me chicken. We all going down the road tonight. Blue jean babies, old heartbreakers, had a party with some Quakers, hard-worn highways, country singers, radios full of old right-wingers, session players, duct tape dealers, outlaw country, hubcap stealers. Ain't no money in my wallet, broke again is what they call it. My grandmama's name was Spiller, Michael Jackson peaked that Thriller. We all going down the road tonight. A jukebox gypsies, Mustang Sallies, don't go walking down dark alleys, needle pushers, on-rim glasses, rhinestone jumpsuit, backstage passes, blue plate specials, Lou and platters, Japanese is all that matters, broken arrows, Gulf Coast kickers, push your daddy bumper stickers. Can't think of a Sunday night in Charlotte, North Carolina. Down the road to